What's good? It's your boy Shay coming at you with a brand new Big Brother moment. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this shit everywhere. You know how we get down. We're gonna take a pause on the road to BB20. Just a pause, because I mean, ain't nothing going on. I already did my BB20 update for today. But before we get started, I ain't going nowhere. Your boy is safe for yet another week. Yeah. Ari, aka football, I evicted her ass. She had to get up out of here. Honor roll or not, raise up, get your ass up out of the house. Only one person can wear the veto. I'm sorry, if I want the 500K, she gotta go too. Simple as that. Look, let's get right into it. Thanks to everyone for kicking in. We are at $100 to the $250 goal, so make sure you hit the PayPal Cash App link in the description. I appreciate y'all. So look, when the live stream got cut off, the whole reason why basically we on a fundraising mission, we got right before we got to the part with Dan and Ollie. And I think what I actually had in that video was such a small part that I needed myself to further get more video and further elaborate on this. I was going to put some, I wanted to put the talk between Ollie and Dan when they were in the HOH room before, I think it was before veto. I was going to put that on there, but it was an extra dry talk, even though the talk was important, because basically Dan told him to pull up at that point. And I have to admit that Ollie is probably the second dumbest black player ever. Hands down, LAWON's the first. And I know some people try to go between. No, Ollie was stupid. Devin was stupid. But Devin's, more of his stupid shit came from just his fucking ego. And him being an ego. I think Kalia was more stupid than Devin. Because Devin's shit was just ego. Because you got to remember, Devin crashed and burned a week. He was HOH to tell motherfuckers to clean the house up. Like, I'm not even playing about that. Those that saw that know he was telling motherfuckers to clean the house up. So, man, this man Ollie accepted probably one of the worst deals ever, and he didn't read the fine print. He didn't read the normal print. He didn't read the bold print. I don't even think this motherfucker can read. He might be able to get out of this contract because he might not know how to write either. So, you know, that might not even have been a legal binding signature of his. Man, let's get into it, man. We're going to start right when Dan and Ollie are final two in this HOH competition. Ollie is clearly stronger than Dan. Clearly stronger than Dan. Dan looked like he's about to drop any second. And then Dan pulls one of the greatest moves ever.
A 2-for-1 deal, Ollie.
What's up?
Look, you and someone else won't be touched this week. You can protect someone, choose a nominee, pick the veto.
That sounds like everything you get is HOH. What the fuck do I need you for again, Dan? Proceed.
I picked a nominee.
First of all, just go ahead.
Protect two people. And
If the veto's used, then you pick.
So then he adds even more onto the deal. Even more.
I could choose a veto up. And one nomination. I got your word?
He just shook his head no. He just fucking shook his head no. He just told you you can have somebody safe, pick a nominee, and if somebody wins veto, you get to pick the replacement. Listen to this shit again. This is ridiculous.
A 2-for-1 deal, Ollie.
What's up?
Look, you and someone else won't be touched this week.
You and someone else won't be touched this week. Guess what, Dan? If I beat you in that fucking HOH that we sitting up here hanging in, I'm going to get the same shit.
You can protect someone, choose a nominee, pick the veto.
You're safe. You get to pick somebody else that's safe. You get to pick the nominee. And if veto's used, you get to pick the veto replacement.
I picked a nominee. Protect two people. And
If the Veto's used, then you pick.
I could choose a veto app. And one nomination. I got your word.
So the deal simply comes.
So can somebody tell me what Skilo looking ass should have asked Dan before he asked, "Do I have your word?" The thing he should ask first was, "Well, what the fuck do you want?" He ain't even asked Dan what Dan wanted. That's a lie Dan never even had to burn. He never even asked Dan what he fucking wanted. And for those of you that don't know who Skilo is, I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had a black dude on Big Brother who was smarter. This fucking idiot. Proceed.
Comes down to this. Dan gets to pick one nominee. The rest of the responsibilities belong to moi. I call all the shots after that one nomination that Dan picks. So you be the judge. Who gets the better end of the deal?
He didn't really say that.
So the deal simply comes down to this. Dan gets to pick one nominee. The rest of the responsibilities belong to moi. I call all the shots after that one nomination that Dan picks. So you be the judge. Who gets the better end of the deal? Who gets the better end of the deal?
And then you told him. You told him right now. Why is he making this deal? Why the fuck? Why is he making this deal? Bruh, it's you and Dan. You beat him in this HOH and everything you said you wanted, you can get on your own. You don't fucking need Dan. Why do you need Dan?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're currently looking at Week 7, Big Brother 10 HOH.
Bitch, how is that possible? I just saw you fall from up there down to the bottom. How the fuck are you? I know I seem extra animated in this one. This shit touches my core because I'm trying to understand why you would give up so much. Well, actually, you don't even know what the fuck you're giving up. Outside of giving up HOH that you can't beat Dan. Like, that was the first thing I'd have said when he got to the house. So you couldn't beat Dan? You out here in this motherfucker Iowa State. Ain't nobody from Iowa State been shit since Jamal Tinsley. And you up here with this Iowa State motherfucker shirt on with your arms all out like you buffed in a motherfucker. And you doing what with it? This motherfucker, man.
It's me, Ollie. I just don't have the title. I don't have the pictures in my room. But right now, I'm calling.
You don't have the safety either. You don't have the title. You don't have the bed. You don't have the pictures. You don't have the candy basket. You don't get the letter from home. And you know what you don't get. That's the most important from HOH. You don't get the motherfucking safety for you and your crew. You put you and your crew. You put you and Michelle in harm's way. When you could have just won the shit and saved you and Michelle right then. But then you put her in harm's way, motherfucker, for what? This is stupid.
On the shots.
Who's man?
Like a 3-part deal.
This is when you know you fucked up. When they say you made a deal and they cut to this motherfucker. We know all about Mr. Giesling here. Continue.
If he holds his word,
he won't.
I gotta steal out of this.
Listen. I'm trying not to stop it every 5 seconds, man. This is stupid. If he stands by his word, I gotta steal out of this. If he holds his word, then Dan's a fucking idiot. Because you gotta think with Dan. If all Dan really wanted was some type of safety, like, if Dan's offering me all of that, then I'm asking Dan, well, who the fuck are you trying to get out of the house? Why are you offering me all of this? And like, and he asked, did he have his word? Dan just offered him the world, and he didn't even be like, well, what you want for it? Like, I know Satan is like, man, what's Ollie's phone number? Shit. Most motherfuckers want to shoot like Curry. I can get Ollie for a motherfucking bag of chips. Or a promise. I can promise Ollie, give me your soul, and I'm going to save you, and you can save somebody else. And if I can't get that other motherfucker, you can pick somebody else. Do I have your word, Satan?
Basically everything but the title.
So, you want us to be safe next week if one of us gets it?
No, he wouldn't even make that deal.
He didn't even tell her the whole plan. And the first thing out of her mouth was what? So what does he want? We got to keep him safe next week? He didn't even ask for that. So what are you giving up, Ollie? You made a deal with this motherfucker to get you put out the house. This is new.
Nothing to do with next week. It's all this week. POV, you're safe. I'm safe. So, and then I get to select who goes in their spot. What? I gotta just...
I couldn't be in a better position right now. I get all.
Yes, you could. You could be HOH. What do you mean you couldn't be in a better position? What is the top position in the house? You don't have one of these, and you sure as shit ain't got no key around your neck. What the fuck you mean?
All the good things that come with being an HOH. I get to call the shots, but at the same time, my hands are clean. There's no blood on my hands.
Now, the thing about anytime when you gamble, you're taking a risk. And in
Deal over.
this house, someone's gambled with someone else's safety.
Michelle, your ass is on the block.
And unfortunately, you better know who's making
Oh yeah, Ollie. Oh yeah, Ollie. You knew what this was.
a bet for you. And in this case, Ollie, you lost the bet. Michelle, go on the block.
And he embarrassed you. He was like, yeah, he was an idiot for taking such a stupid ass deal. Well, he took the stupid ass deal and you lost. Dum 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 dum. And you ain't got no continues left. You used all your continues. It's over.
On that note, this meeting is adjourned.
Wow, I surprised
And in true Dan fashion, Dan don't want no smoke.
myself with this one. You know, I've been playing this game very passive, laying low, but when
Yeah, Dan. Okay, look. Now, here's where I'm going to criticize Dan. Yes, Dan, you were playing very passive and laying low, okay? Yeah, I give you that, bruh. You don't get no credit for that. You was just sitting back watching these crazy bitches fight each other. And I'm not saying crazy bitches as in all women are crazy bitches. No, I'm talking specifically about those crazy bitches. Them bitches were crazy. Michelle included. Michelle, Keisha, Libra. Them bitches were nuts. Rennie old ass was nuts. And she was probably the least nuts.
an opportunity presents itself to take a big shot in this game, you gotta take it. I just lit the fuse to the dynamite, and I'm walking away.
No smoke.
That's
Hashtag
Dan,
no
if that's
smoke.
what he wanted a circus, he got a circus. Because
And this motherfucker started tearing up the house. Like, I like this type of shit. Like, first of all, I respect it more when Lydia is like pouring out beers and stuffing sushi down the trash can, because at least it's more believable. Like, she's just crazy like that. First of all, any type of motherfucker that walks around with no shirt on, trying to be buff with a backwards golf cap, everybody assumes you're a douche. It don't matter if you white, black, Asian, Mexican. If you are walking around buff with some cargo shorts, no shirt, and a backwards golf cap, you're a douche. So now you're going to just start tearing up shit in the house. Why?
he's really done nothing in this game but piss people off.
Then why'd you fuck with him? If you knew all of that, why'd you fuck with him? Why did you accept a deal where you didn't even know what the fuck he wanted? You never asked Dan what he actually wanted, did you?
For him to disrespect me in the way he did, I guarantee you that will be rectified before I leave here.
Well, I'll give you this. I will give you this. he did disrespect you. I'll give you that. But you're a fucking idiot. He had no choice, man. He had to finesse you. He had to finesse you, man. Like, if he didn't do it, somebody else was gonna finesse you, and you can't live with that in the Big Brother house. If you can get anybody that's considered a strong player, if you can get them to go out like this shit, I'm with Dan, man. You can't let shit like this pass. I had a chance to finesse you out of HOH and then follow it by just kicking your ass out of the house or your teammate.
By a vote of 3-1, Michelle?
I accidentally cut out the part where Ollie went outside after that meeting because Dan, after he put her on the block, Dan goes outside and he was like, if you want to make an omelet, you got to break some eggs. And so Ollie goes out there and was like, it's story time, Dan. And here's why I cut it out. I forgot I had to cut it out because I'm trying to stay out of trouble, y'all. We got to get ready for the season. I can't be getting in trouble on silly shit. But we didn't miss too much because we know how Dan fights. He don't. So so Ollie comes out there and was like, you know, let's tell some stories. And then he starts telling everybody in the house the deal. Dan gets up and walks out. Dan later in the DR session goes, yeah, he came out there and he was telling stuff that was true and I didn't want to be a part of it. So, like, of course, he set the fuse to the bomb. What am I going to do? Sit there and watch it blow up? Of course I left. Giesling.
You are evicted from the Big Brother house.
You went from guaranteed safety through Nom's veto.
By a vote of...
The very next week. Remember what he said? He's rectifying this shit. He's gonna rectify it. Rectify it from the block, baby.
3-0. Ollie, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
I'll see y'all later, man. Good luck.
Bye, Ollie.
Good.
You should have shook their hands if you were gonna say that. Don't try to walk out tough and then get soft at the end. That was weak as shit, Ollie.
You are evicted from the Big Brother house.
You gonna go Cody, go full Cody.
By a vote of 3-0. Ollie, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
I'll see y'all later, man. Good luck.
Bye, Ollie.
Good.
That's your man's. The second worst player in Big Brother, black player in Big Brother history. This motherfucker finessed you like no other, man. I can't believe the way Ollie got finessed by Dan like this. Look, man. Everybody knows that I feel like Dan Giesling is one of the best players of all time. Hands down. Like, of course he's a GOAT, top 3 GOAT. But I got to take some points away for season 10. I ain't going to take a lot because he won. You can't take away from the winner when they made winning moves. Dan was blessed. I wish I could have been in the BB10 house. We just sat and watched 6-7 weeks of straight fights. Nothing but fights. And the most we saw Dan was one time he was reading the Bible on the couch where Bridget was like, he's sitting there planning about the 500K. Then the other time, they're arguing and he's in the fucking shower like. So, I mean, I give Dan credit. Yeah, he played this shit good. He played this shit great. He got 500K for it. And then he came back and lost the end. Like, that's what made it worse. That's what made it worse to me was he lost the end. But this motherfucker Ollie, he was an idiot. So, get in the comment box. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. We 2 subscribers away from 550. I remember when I had 6, yo. I remember when I had 6. 550, yo. Thanks to everybody. Thanks to the rumor mill. You know that's the most powerful all-female alliance. And shout out to Cuz. Shout out to everybody, man. Velvet, all of y'all, man. Man, 2 away from 550. What can the boys say? Thanks, man. We at $100. We need $150 more. So hit the Cash App link, the PayPal link. Donate to the best Big Brother podcast on YouTube. I don't think I've ever said it, but tell the truth. Who the fuck gives better Big Brother coverage on YouTube than me? And this ain't no slight to everybody else, because I know they do their thing. But they ain't dedicated to Big Brother like we are. And that's a fact. Hit me up at Metro D on Twitter, at Ari Football on Instagram. Now y'all know what Ari Football means. And hit me up, facebook.com/BBLifeShay. I love you guys. Make sure you hit that like. And as always, your boy, I'm probably lying, Ollie's stupid than a motherfucker, boy.